What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Teams AI Only World Battle with what was more than the normal amount of civs. I think it's probably about the normal amount now. Quite a few are dead. Actually, not that many are dead. Like, no team in Europe is completely... Oh no, sorry. Ottomans, Byzantium, F. We forgot about them. In Africa, a few teams are dead. Morocco and Carthage left us. Burundi and Congo are also gone. Everyone else still around though. In Asia, I think every team... Oh no, Persia and India. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Persia and India are gone. Everyone else is still around though. And luckily in Oceania, everyone survived. So at least there's a continent with a happy story. South America, they're all still here, believe it or not. Sioux and the Shoshone... Oh, okay. Don't know where we're going over here. Sioux and Shoshone are still around. Although, very small now. But the Aztecs and the Mayans are the only fully dead team. Believe it or not, California and the Chinook are still here. So yeah, only one team, surprisingly, died in this region. Quite impressive. Quite a good effort from them guys. So not that many teams have died, not that many civs have died. It's been an unusual game from that regard. Greece has peaced out with Germany. France has a land ship. Will they take the city of Graz? Probably not. Just saying, just throwing it out there. There's a few Songhai, Britain now in particular, war with Rome. And Greece look like they're trying to defend Rome, which is very kind of them, but there's not really much of an offensive just yet. They seem fine. Egypt is one they'll want to look out for. A lot of planes here, which is something they're one of the few teams that doesn't have planes, so that could be hard to defend for them. There's still this city switching hands quite repeatedly, again, in Arabia. Looks like Kilwa will finally be staying with Rhodesia, especially after the fall of Zanzibar here. It's sort of splitting Ethiopia's focus. They're not really able to take it back. Kilwa reduced now to one missionary and a great general. Probably not the best way to win a war. And the Songhai have completed the Manhattan Project. Nice little addition for them. As they continue to try... I don't know. None of the big civs are doing too much at the moment, to be fair. America and the Iroquois are pretty much at peace. They're over here, but they peaced out before they actually got here. Brazil and the Inca, very similar. Russia and Poland are obviously being nuked by Mongolia, but they're holding on to their territory for now. Oh, Moscow is down to 7. That is brutal. It must have got nuked twice, I think. It was at 31. So that would suggest it got nuked twice to drop to 7. That sucks for this team. Mongolia is starting to use almost all of their nuke. Actually, maybe... Okay, not all of them. Quite a few of them, though. There was 10. There's about 6 now. Yeah, China not doing much, although they surely are going to go after Korea. I mean, they've only got limited time to do so. Whatever the end point is, I'm going to do a poll, or I've probably done it by the time this is out, because comments from episode to episode change. So I'll just do a poll. Easiest way. But I've probably done it by the time this comes out. In fact, I will, because this is coming out tomorrow from when I'm recording it. And I'm going to do it as soon as this video's done. Oh. Car alarm. Interesting. Oh, all exciting. And not ours. So that's fine. It's the neighbours. Doesn't look like anyone's trying to steal it, so just have to bear with it. And there we go, it's gone. That would have been some excitement for the video, but luckily not. Iroquois have completed the Great Firewall. No one will be stealing their technologies again. I don't know if they've overtaken yet. We just saw them enter the information era, so I think they're just a couple of steps behind still. But the Iroquois now winning every category apart from science. Wow. And we're in last for almost all of them except Kilwa, who are making minus 10 gold income. I don't know how they pulled that one off. Maybe GMP is gold per turn. I don't remember exactly. But if the Iroquois are making 1,000 gold per turn, that's pretty scary. I think that's supposed to be gold income, not the outcome as well, the outgoings as well. But then minus 10 doesn't really make sense. How can they be? The minimum's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just broken. Indonesia has peaced out with Russia. There was never really too much conflict there. But, you know, good to see they're putting an end to that one. Napoleon's entered the atomic era. France did just peace out with the Sioux. Again, not the most important of wars. City's not going to fall. Apart from that, it's actually pretty quiet. I mean, I said we're having heavy nuking, but no cities falling. And Russia, I mean, they should nuke this city realistically, but I don't think they can, because they don't want to go to war with the Huns by the look of it. And that's the one city they need. Oh, okay, this changes things. Very small gap to get through. Oh no, wait, this is a bit bigger actually. Songhai and Nigeria v Ethiopia. This is interesting because Ethiopia is obviously pretty committed to defending over here, although most of their defense is gone now. Yeah, this could be pretty brutal if the Songhai really commit. Land ships, get their airplanes over here, they could do a lot of damage. But Ethiopia, fair few units, it's not going to be a walk in the park. But obviously if someone like Mercuria now gets involved as well with Egypt, then it gets a little bit more difficult. Obviously if Rhodesia and the Zulu keep pushing, that makes it even worse. And Nigeria actually do have the border. They can come from the south as well, which could be difficult if they're not careful. Well, there's not too many units here. Celts just entered the atomic era, so they're keeping up fairly well. We've got a few civs obviously in the next era, the information era, but fair play. They're keeping up, the Celts. With 3 cities, they've done pretty good. And I mean, the fact it says the Celts means that Britain has as well, I imagine. It's just that it means the Celts probably were the ones to research the technology. Or I don't know, they're just probably the team leader. Oh, look at that, New Zealand though. Grabbing the Manhattan Project. Don't count this team out just yet. 40 population Wellington, that is going to be a great place to complete any projects and get good science from, and etc. With 40 population, it's probably got good everything. And this team, they've not done much, but you know, they technically own their continent, I guess, depending on where you draw the divide of Asia and Oceania. I think normally Papua New Guinea is considered down in Australia, or Australasia, Oceania, whatever you want to call it, but I don't know, maybe it isn't. Australia trading with Ethiopia. Cool. It's cool to look at these trade routes. We didn't do the Indian Ocean when I looked at them last episode. Ethiopia going the other way. Yep. A lot of trade between these two. Australia with the massive cargo ships though, and it's just the little sort of trader boats for Ethiopia, which shows obviously the tech difference. Australia with lots of trade, all going to Ethiopia by the look of it. Interesting. Any more in the Indian? There isn't much. There's a lot of wars in the Indian Ocean, to be fair. Doesn't help. Arabia trading with themselves for food. I mean, there's not many tiles for this city. Ethiopia also trading up into Siam. And oh, there we go. Siam finally going for the tactic I suggested. Obviously, they don't know that I suggested it, but still. I thought it would have been a good idea to go after this city here, Nineveh, and try and then take 2 at once, and that will just confuse the AI. They'll try and take both back. And it looks like they're going that way. And obviously Vietnam could try and help a bit more, but obviously they're not. Vietnam don't have oil. You've got to feel for them. No planes, even at this point. I mean, even Siam only have 6 or 7. No nukes either for this team. So I imagine despite controlling most of southern China and India, any uranium, Gandhi will be livid. Despite being destroyed, which I'm sure he would have already been pretty annoyed about. Sure he would have been happier to, you know, have some uranium. But there you go. At least we know that if Gandhi was still around, he wouldn't be nuking anyone. Yep, Nineveh, so close. And like that means they're probably going to try and defend this and not focus on taking this back this turn, which actually gives them a chance. Also, this team, much weaker anyway, since China took away the city of Medina. Not just because Medina was a good city, it's their second largest, but it sort of cut them off from Damascus as well. Although they have open borders, so at least China are, you know, helping them out there. Probably don't want Siam getting too strong. Who knows what resources lie in this region that they could use. Russia's recovering, but lots of smoke. Lots of nuclear radiation up here, and Mongolia's paratrooping units in. They're trying, but again, these units will almost certainly be crushed. But they are closing in. Maybe, just maybe, we will get the fall of Russia and Poland to Mongolia. That would be crazy. Mongolia did that, it would be absolutely insane. Just come through here, take all of Europe. I don't know what would happen then. Just, you know, do what Mongolians do best. Embargo of Brazil passes and the embargoment of Russia passed. So both two pretty... What else has gone down in the World's Congress? I haven't paid too much attention to it. No trade with Arabia. Oh, that's why they're trading with themselves. Korea. Some of these I don't understand, but whatever. Greece, like, why would you embargo them? Japan, Russia and Brazil. Interesting. There's not really a pattern to why certain nations are embargoed. World religion Eastern Orthodox passed. That means that's the old world religion. That's at least a bit of a blow to Buddhism, which is pretty much everywhere in the New World. Yep, it is. Oh, it's just stretching now down to the south. Belo Horizonte, the only city following a different religion. Oh, to Gaza here as well. The last stands for Protestantism in the southern part of South America. Sao Paulo will probably convert pretty soon to Buddhism too. 11 Buddhism followers, 6 Protestant. Yeah, he'll probably go to Buddhism pretty soon. But that's going to be pretty negative for both of these teams, despite them being super powerful. There's going to be a lack of benefits there for not following the world religion, and America has finally built some nukes. Took them a while, but they got a couple up, just to maybe deter Brazil again from going after them. We have one there for the Inca, another 2 there. Oh, got one there. Yeah, 4 nukes for this team. Oh no, 6 nukes up against America's 2. See, America and the Iroquois much stronger though, so not the best comparison. There might be some out in the Pacific too. Oh, Vietnam do have a plane. That's nice. Took them a while. They got there in the end. I wonder if America sent a nuke out here to scare people. Nope. The Iroquois don't have any either. Speaking of lack of planes, I think, oh yeah, there's a few. Again, I don't know how they don't have any oil, but to be fair, battleships use a lot of oil. They have a lot of those instead. And they do have 4 planes in the Caribbean, which, oh, they can't unnuke this, deradiate the mountain. But yeah, this area is looking much more defended than it was before. Much more solidified. It's going to be much more... Okay, they have open borders. I don't think we're getting another war anytime soon. The Inca are here in American borders, so that's probably not going to happen. Oh, look at that. New Zealand going through the Panama Canal from Wellington. I don't know why they... Why would you not just trade with Chichen Itza? Surely you get more money than going to the 3 population city. I don't know. Maybe not. That just seems a bit silly to me. But whatever. Whatever. They can do what they want. I'm not judging. France. Yeah, struggling France. Not going to take that. Looks like, I think Warsaw might just be out of reach, because a nuke here would kill or damage a lot of units. Poland looks like they're on sort of protection from Germany duty. Russia slap down some citadels here. Nice. That looks fantastic. Towards Vienna. Not sure if we'll see them go after Austria again, but if they do, at least they've got sort of a point to jump from. Oh, a new Mongolian settlement. 4 population off the bat. Nice. Just somewhere else to build stuff, I guess. Not that it's a... I was going to say it could like just show off at the border, but China is on their team anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Looks like... Wait, what? I think this is just open borders. I think it's Australia that's doing the damage. Oh, and there we go. Russia's city did fall to Mongolia. Took a while. Again, we'll see if they hold on to it, because there's still plenty of units around it for Russia. But without planes, it may be difficult. There may not actually be enough. And maybe Mongolia can start to push through, and that would be pretty scary for everyone in the old world, because Mongolia and China are definitely the strongest team outside of those 2 teams in the Americas, so we'll see what they can do. We'll see. One question. Siam and Vietnam are always going to be like a little risk. They might declare war on them if they go too far that way. If all these units go over there, they could sneak in. But without nukes, it's going to be quite difficult. Mongolia are definitely doing more of the settling. Cities everywhere. They're playing the Iroquois role. China doing more of the America, I think, although America's now huge as well. With just having big cities, which was more what it was like originally. Maybe more like the Inca and Brazil. Brazil with more cities, although they're all huge. That's, I think, what gives these 2 teams in the Americas the edge. They have lots of cities. I mean, maybe not as many as Mongolia do now. But they're all also pretty big. Like, apart from Manaus, which I think was settled much later, all the Brazilian cities are pretty huge. Even the ones they took in a war, 14 on a little island. Got 17 up here, and then the Incas, 18s, 20s. Just lots of all good cities. Not like one capital they're just dependent on. Kilwa were in that situation. Just a 33 pop capital. New Zealand are in it with a 40. I mean, it's not as bad. They have some big cities. They're all average size. Sydney's a 26, which is pretty useful for the team. New Zealand is at 40. With their capital though, and that is awkward. That is, you don't want to lose that. That would be bad. Japan with some planes. Oh yeah, we saw those before. They're zeros, so they can't trade with anyone, which sucks. Same goes for Korea. So this team obviously struggling for money, being embargoed, and Korea did just slap down a new city here, which is I think suggests that Vietnam probably not giving them open borders anymore or something. So that this is for them to build boats to maybe get to Japan. It's a pretty smart idea. Brazil, grab the CN Tower. Pretty good civ for culture as it is. That's going to be more useful. Domination only is on, so they're not going to win a victory anytime soon, I don't think. I don't know if you can still... It still shows you who's influential. Either way. It'd be cool if it did, but yeah, I don't think it does. Oh, it does show you. But only 2 out of 39. There's 39 civs remaining. Or 38, I'm one of them. But 38 civs remaining. 1 civ has not picked. Oh, that's me. You can see the ideologies. They've actually not been... There's still all 3 being followed. There's not been like a breakaway yet. Autocracy. They're struggling, but they're all still hanging in there. Freedom as well. Everyone's just got enough happiness for it not to matter. Brazil is actually at the maximum. I don't know if it can go over 100. I mean, it's just a bit weird that it's on 99, right? You assume it would be able to go. The fact it's on 99 suggests it can't go higher than 100. Maybe it can. Or maybe it does and it doesn't show it. Germany has peaced out. Nope, declared war on the Songhai. That does not matter. They are good. There was some movements here. Ethiopia pushing forward. But I assume, the Songhai aren't even trying, so I know what's going on there. And Germany and Austria did peace out with the Celts. No cities given up. Probably a good thing. France still in this war, but not having much success still. And I want to see if Mongolia can take any more. It seems like this time they might finally hold on to the city, and they actually go first, so they might be able to do some more damage and push forward and guarantee that they can hold on to it. And then maybe they just start to creep on through those Polish cities, and who knows, before you know it, Moscow is only the 3rd city. Possibly Poznan is there as well, but there isn't a railroad here, whereas there is to Moscow, so maybe this will fall instead. Just maybe. It's a bit of a long way to Warsaw, and it looks like Poland is ready to fend any attack off for now, and obviously this navy can, defend a little bit more around this area. Cities like Gdansk, Krakow. They'll be able to defend that a bit better, I guess. New Zealand and Australia. Be the Songhai, not sure why. Come on, guys, do something useful. Just give us a war with Indonesia. I don't think there'd be like a clear-cut winner. I just think it would be entertaining to see these two sort of Pacific teams going after each other. Okay, that's a little bit scarier for the Songhai, America and the Iroquois. I mean, you may think they're miles apart, but realistically, they're pretty close. Closer than Australia and New Zealand are, that's for certain. Not sure if America and the Iroquois are planning on invading, but they could send some boats to the coastal cities, do some damage. This city's still changing hands, Assyria is still retaking it, Nineveh is also falling, I think now, or it's just starved down to 2. But yeah, both cities falling, and it's now Mongolia's turn. This is the big one. Or not, game. Take me away. How many are they going to take this turn? With some more nukes, maybe? I don't know. Do some more damage. Let's see. It's taking a while to load. Okay, maybe they've been now. Yeah, it's China's pushing in as well. That's not what they needed. China showing up now. Okay, this is not... I expected everyone to team up on Ethiopia. That has not happened at all. Egypt and Mercuria coming to the rescue, and that's pretty big. This could be bad. The Songhai, I'd expect them to win this, but there's so many teams, you just gotta be wary. Spain could get involved too, and then it gets a little bit more difficult. See, if Rhodesia and the Zulu could, if they'd have been strong still, that could have been the icing on the cake if they had joined in against Nigeria and the Songhai. But they invested so much into taking this now pretty useless city at 3 population that they've not got much left. neither of these civs. They put it all into just taking that one city. Didn't really work out for them. But yeah, the Songhai, this army probably needs to start spreading out to cover as many bases. And yeah, they're going to start moving now. And instantly, they are showing Egypt what their air force can do. 2 cities straight into the yellow. But plenty of units for Egypt and Mercuria. This is going to be a very big battle in Africa. Wow, exciting things. All the way till the end. It's getting very exciting. The year is 1973. What a world we've created. I think we're getting pretty good as well at balancing games. It's been a while since the Zulu or Rhodesia or Mongolia have dominated like ridiculously. Like this Mongolia is strong, but it's not, you know, fair play. They deserve it. It's because they're on a team with China. Like if China and them had been against each other, it could have been different. Maybe one kills the other and is dominant, or maybe they just sort of slow each other down even more because they fight each other. Yeah, I think being on a team has sort of helped Mongolia. It brings the limit down for how good they can be, but it increases like the basement for how bad they can be. So it sort of narrows the range for their performance. But yeah, they've done pretty well. Russia, you know, sometimes everyone has high expectations for Russia. Russia and Germany, I guess it's the historical thing, World War II and everything, and just how big Russia is in general, that everyone has high hopes for them all the time. But they've lived up to it here. They've done pretty well. So yeah, good for them as well. But we're getting good at balancing it, particularly in the old world. The new world isn't quite there yet. So I need to look for some more mods. My Argentina and Chile not working. I'm going to try some new ones again. Hopefully they work. I haven't tested them yet, but hopefully for the Inca series, try some out. If we can hopefully get that going sooner. And yeah, North America, I think it was more about teams being awkward, and you've got the Sioux and the Shoshone were like second place until they died. Third place, sorry. It was first was in South at the time as Brazil and the Inca, and it was America and the Iroquois, Sioux and the Shoshone. And the fact was the Sioux and the Shoshone just got crushed. Like I can't really account for that. That was just bad luck, I guess. It's not always going to work out that way. Sometimes you'd have had like 4 strong teams here, but then I guess Brazil and the Inca would have been stronger than both, so it's kind of a hard way to argue either way as to whether it was balanced or not. Obviously, normally I would have had Texas, although then that kills the Aztecs' chance. So if you have Texas, these guys, there's no point having the Aztecs, so it's always like a mixed bag. The fact that Aztecs did rubbish doesn't help. Maybe if you get rid of the Mayans and have the Aztecs and Texas on a team, so it doesn't make much sense, but again, that could be interesting. And then, of course, there's some other civs. Canada does work, but only on the other map. And again, Europe is so bad on that map. But maybe in future, and including the next TSL game, I'm going to try use that map so we can have Canada. But also just because Europe's not going to be as important when I'm playing as the Inca. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.